Try not to fall on a cattle grid. Hey, look at that. Like a mountain goat. Do not do it. Don't do it. Oh, you did it. You did it. Oh, but you're so fluffy. I was just going to say how peaceful it was, but some clowns left his bike ticking away in the background. That clown being me. Hi everybody, and welcome to another Map and Lens ride out video. So this video is part 2, or episode 2, of the series that now has a name, which is always a bonus, and that name is Chasing Food. Name was decided because, as I mentioned in part 1, a lot of our videos seem to have reference to food or going for food or eating food, so we thought let's just embrace it and make it a part of the video. So that's what these are. So today, part 2, we're heading off to a little North Yorkshire little village called Rosedale Abbey, and in there is a little tea rooms, and that tea room is on the list of sort of like biker friendly cafes that's in the area, and that's kind of what these videos are. They're going to be going through the list of biker friendly cafes and having a bit of a visit and a little bit of a ride out, a bit of me talking, the usual nonsense, and then when we get there, a cup of coffee and probably a bite to eat. So we've just spurred off the main moor road from Middlesbrough to out towards Whitby Way, and we're heading out to the little village of Castleton, and that's the way that takes us out towards Rosedale Abbey. So as you can see, it's a little bit bleak today, a little overcast. There's no rain anticipated, but it is a smidge overcast. And it is, not surprisingly, blowing a gale. So there we go. This is a fairly exposed bit, to be fair. So hopefully when we get a little bit further down off this exposed bit in the moors, it might get a little bit easier, but it's fairly quiet today. I've only seen a couple of other bikers knocking around, and I guess that's, I mean, it's fairly early still. What are we on? It's only just gone 11 o'clock. So a combination of that and probably the fact that it's not the nicest day in the world, it's probably chased a couple of other bikers off. But we're going to brave it through and just take it nice and steady. A couple of cyclists out. I think they've even got a harder job than us. That's what they're riding. Must weigh probably a third of even a motorbike, so expect to see some of them flying off like a giant balloon. We do have to head over to a little bit of road that's known locally as Blakey Ridge. Features in another one of my videos, and I am expecting that to be extremely blustery down that way. So we might have a little look-see and see what's going on down there, and hoping that car's going to pull back in. See what it's like down there, and if it's super crazy windy, we might have a plan B. I also, for the first time in absolutely ages, remember to bring the drone with me. I wish I had it when we were in Whitby for part 1, because it was a gorgeous evening. Could have got some beautiful scenery with the drone, some nice views of Whitby, and you know, flying up the Esk River and such, but forgot it. And then today, made an absolute determined effort to remember it, which I did, even got the tank bag with it in. And then I'm looking around, and I suspect that when I unpack it, it's probably going to complain and say it's far too windy for that sort of thing today, so I'm determined to use it though, even if the footage is only of about a metre a metre off the ground, but I'm determined to at least fly it for a little bit. So we're just coming down into Castleton now, which is a cool little village. A couple of little pubs and stuff, little village shop, and there's also a nice little playground on the way in that I used to bring my my kids to when they were little. A little grassy area for them to kick football around on and such. So, right, so we're down into Castleton, just under the railway bridge. And then once we get over this other little hump bridge, there'll be a little park in front. So when I was mentioning earlier, I used to bring my kids. Beautiful part of the world. A little bit of a packed lunch as a food reference. And a game of football. Even brought barbecue there once, that was nice. Oh, sun's out, hopefully it'll stay with us. And according to that sign, it's 10 miles to Rosedale, which is the little village we're going to head to. So this bit is about to get pretty exposed, I think. What we will get though, I would imagine, is absolutely spectacular views left and right. Now this was my intention of where I was going to put the drone up, but I'm thinking, Harley, but I'm thinking that ain't going to happen today. So I think it will probably just get blown away. I've said it before, I always like it when you're on a bit of a windy road and you see another biker and you just think, ah well, fair enough. Other people are out, we're golden. And I think this is where we bail. Oh, a really nice old Type 2 camper there. Alright, let's have a little look and see how windy it is. So there's the road that we're going to take, just snakes up, out and along, and over in the distance down there, and then Rosedale Abbey's over the far side, just down in a dip. So it's a real shame that someone's parked that Audi there. Oh, look at that, TVR, wow, and an AMG as well, very nice. Right, well, the consensus was that it's just too windy for the drone at that point. And to be honest, this is probably the highest bit, I think, on this road. I think everything from now we start to dip down a little bit into the valley once we get a little bit further around. So whilst we won't get the same level of spectacular views that way, we might stand a chance of getting the drone up some footage and it back down again without it flying away. So we're going down off the top now. Quite like a pine forest, but that smells incredible in there. Why can't they make bathroom products that are called pine scented actually smell like a pine forest? They never do. They smell like Dettol and bleach and horribleness. Can it really be that hard? fresh air in the lungs, and then to be out in this massive vista. I guess I would say this because it's where I'm born, but North Yorkshire is a beautiful part of the world. Beautiful part of the world. And this is Rosedale Abbey. And the cafe should be on the right. Couple of bikers knocking around. This is the Abbey Stores and Tearoom in Rosedale Abbey. As you can see, it's a beautiful location, great place. Doesn't have a specific biker night, but bikers seem to frequent it any time there's a nice day. It's nice roads and a great place to stop for a cuppa and something to eat. Just leaving Rosedale Abbey, the tea rooms, after a delicious, again, I was boring and dull and went for a fried egg sandwich, but to be fair, bearing in mind the time of day, there wasn't actually that many choices. In terms of fried egg sandwich, how good was it? Well, you got 2 eggs with this one, so that's twice as good surely. Really nice. Looked like a home-baked white bap with it, also nice. But the eggs weren't overly runny, which is anybody who'll who's watched part 1 of this series will know that a runny egg is a prerequisite for me. So what does that make you get? All things considered, it probably has to be about the same. Probably has to be another solid 7. The only thing holding it back from a higher score was the fact that the egg wasn't runny. That was the only thing. Otherwise that would have been a solid 9. But had a nice little chat with the biker there who'd come all the way over from Beverley up through Whitby and Scarborough and stuff, so a nice long ride. Nice chap. Did manage to get the drone up, so for a little bit around the Abbey, so hopefully at some point in this video we'll have some nice drone footage for you. Not sure when I'll pop it in yet. I'll find a seamless moment to intersperse the drone footage. I think when we get back up over the top, if it's not so windy, I'll see if I can get another little bite of drone footage, but we'll see how it goes. There was in standard map and lens style that couldn't get the camera out quick enough, or it wasn't running, but we had what appeared to be a Holden or Vauxhall Monaro, depending on which way you see it. Owners Club came rumbling through, so there must have been what, 8, 9, 10 probably Monaros or VXRs, depending on what age they were, rumbling through with their big monstrous V8s, sounded awesome, and then as they left the village you could hear them, I wouldn't say screaming because they're not really a screaming V8 in them, it's much more of a lazy, but they were definitely burbling away, they were, which was yeah, impressive, sounded awesome. But as is often the case, didn't have the camera on, so yeah, you don't get to see them, unfortunately. I feel like I just need to have a camera on continually all the time, filming everything I do everywhere I go, because the second I turn it off is the second something interesting happens that I would have liked to have shown you. But dem's the brakes. And then you come up out of Rosedale Abbey as we have now, and we're back up on the top again. Now this would be a cool place to get the drone out. Let's see if we can't find a little spot that might be suitable for drone flying. Yeah, just about almost always now put that side stand down without looking. I'm going to see that as a benefit and a bonus. It shows you my riding level, doesn't it? When you class being able to put the side stand down without looking as a win. Look at that. I was just going to say how peaceful it was, but some clowns left his bike ticking away in the background. That clown being me. Look at that. Boom. I'm going to have to get a picture of her there, I think. Now it's peaceful. See a sheep. Oh, hello fella. Oh, look at the lambs. Trying not to fall on a cattle grid. Hey. Look at that, like a mountain goat. Ah, hello. Hello fellas and ladies. Ah, look at him, he's cute. Ah, look at that. There's pretty much nobody else around. There's one car up there. Other than that, silence, peace and quiet. Exploring the world. Need to not get run over whilst taking unnecessarily large amounts of pictures off of the bike. But look, I missed it from this side. Oh, there she is. Don't know if YouTube lets you share photos. If it does, in the comments, feel free to pop them in. Any picture you've got of your bikes, or if you've got like a link to where you've got them hosted, it'd be cool. Wouldn't mind seeing what you guys all ride and some nice pictures you've got of them all. Right, drone time. Let's do this. Right, finished playing around with the drone. Need to get a bit more practicing with it actually, to be honest. Need to work out how the return to home thing works, because it always freaks me out when it's far away and I can't see it. Which is kind of the whole point of it, so need to get better at that. But, right, NT, Moor Road, let's go. Ride that clutch. I'll tell you something, it's a good job this bike's sympathetic. If she was a highly strung Italian machine, I think she'd take some offence to my gear changes and feathering of the throttle. Stay there, little lamb, do not run this way, and you did. See, I anticipated that you were going to do that. You crazy sheep. Interesting. Stay there. Oh, see that cheap eyeballing me. It's having none of it. Stay there, Mr. Sheepy. Afternoon. It's pretty, it's so pretty. If you're interested, that was a White Man Can't Jump reference. See sheep bailing across the road. Oh, that one's completely confused. It's ran that way, then oh, it's off again. Whoa, it's a crazy sheep. Right, come on, mister. Oh, he's off again. Somebody's got too much energy. Stay there. You're crazy. Hyperactive sheep. Oh, that's just an interesting decision there, sir. Just saw the sheep run down in front of you. It's benching it. Hey. Oh, look at that bird. Wow. If I was Edinburgh, I'd think of something cool to say about it, but I'm not. So all I can think of is, ooh, look at it fly. I wonder what happened to that TVR from this morning. Wonder where it ended up barreling along to. Tell you something, if I didn't accidentally turn that camera on then, you're going to have missed all that fun of kamikaze sheep and kamikaze old people. We've got another potential kamikaze lamb. Stay there, don't do it, do not do it, don't do it. Oh, you did it, you did it. Oh, but you're so fluffy. So back up on Blakey Ridge. Oh, we've got one of my favourite, an off camber uphill right turn. Oh, see you later, sir. Off he goes. You're gonna watch this way, mate. There's some sheep down here. He nearly stalled. Learner. No! Power! Look at that. Look at that. Tell me that's not spectacular. Ooh, I seem to be up on the pegs. Just call me Charlie. And we'll sit back down, it's quite enough of that. Oh, if you were that way inclined, this would be a lovely bit of road just to wind it on. Gotta put some music on this one, I think. So 3, 2, 1, cue the music. Down back into Castleton. So this is pretty much where we started. Rosedale Abbey Tearooms, nice. Top place, worth a visit. Don't forget in the summer they do awesome ice cream as well, on a nice warm day. I hope you've enjoyed the ride out with me today. If you have, give us a like. Maybe even considering subscribing if you like this sort of thing. It's all helpful, especially when you're so early in your YouTube career. As ever, leave a comment and I will do my very best to get back to you. Suggestions and ways to improve, always welcome. And enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.